Hi guys, I miss you very much. I feel fine, so don't worry about me. I just sound like a bullfrog blowing a trumpet. So let's talk about what we're going to do today. We're going to actually use expanded form to break down numbers and then add. So remember, expanded form is where we take the value of each digit in a number and we write down the values. So this 8 is worth 80. The 6 is 6 ones, so it's just worth 6. So in expanded form, 86 is 80 plus 6. So 34 is the next number. This 3 tens has a value of 30, and 4 ones has a value of 4. So 34 in expanded form is 30 plus 4. You guys are very good at this. Let's look at some bigger numbers. 426. What's the value of 400s? Right, 400. What's the value of 2 tens? You got it, 20. And the value of 6 ones? Yep, just 6. So in expanded form, that would be 400 plus 20 plus 6. So let's look at this one. We've got 806, so there are a couple of options here. What's the value of 800s? Right, 800s have a value of 800. 0 has a value of 0 tens, and 6 ones. Or I can just leave that 0 tens out and I can write it as 800 plus 6. As long as you remember that these are 6 ones and you need to line it up with the ones. Okay, so let's look at this. I'm so sorry. So in my mind, I'm going to estimate this. Okay, so 245 would estimate to 200. This would estimate to 600. So I'm going to estimate that as 800. Okay, now I'm going to break these numbers down into expanded form and actually use that to add. So 245 in expanded form, this is worth 200 plus 40 plus 5 ones. The 6 is worth 600 plus 30 plus 5. I'm going to add it all together. 5 plus 5 is 10. 30 plus 40 is 70. And then 200 plus 600 is 800. So I'm going to see my estimate's not quite right, is it? All right, so I've got 800 plus 70. That's 870. What's 870 plus 10? Right, it's 880. My estimate was not real reasonable there, was it? And that will happen sometimes. All right, so my estimate here, I've got 4 in the tens place. So I'm going to make that 500 and 400. So I'm going to say it's going to be about 900. But now I'm going to check it and break it apart. That 5 is worth 500. That 4 tens is worth 40. And then we've got 7 ones. Okay, this 400. Now, it's a good idea to go ahead and put that 0 placeholder there because you know you're not adding any tens. You can skip it, but you have to make sure you write your ones in the ones place. 7 plus 2 is 9. 40 plus nothing is 40. And then 500 plus 400 is 900. So 900 plus 40 is 940. And 940 plus 9 is 949. Okay. Let's try some more. Now you're going to try them with me. Okay, so you're just going to watch me work through the first few. You should have a paper that has a picture of a zoo on the front of it. I'm sorry. I know my voice is so annoying. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I feel fine. I just don't sound fine. Okay, it says there are more zoos in Germany than in any other country. At one time, there were 355 zoos in the United States and 414 zoos in Germany. How many zoos were there in the United States and Germany altogether? So altogether means I'm going to add. So the estimate part I do in my head. Okay, so 355 rounds to 400. 414 rounds to 400. 400 plus 400 is 800. So that's my estimate. You don't have to write down anything except your estimate there. Now I'm going to break it apart. 355 is 300 plus 50 plus 5. 414 is 400 plus 10 plus 4. Now I'm going to add going straight down. 5 plus 4 is 9. 50 plus 10 is 60. And 300 plus 400 is 700. Okay, now I'm going to add them all together. 700 plus 60 plus 9 equals 769. So there are 769 zoos in the United States and Germany if I put them together. Okay, let's do another one. So now I've got 467 plus 208. In my head, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to estimate that to 500. I'm going to estimate that to 200. 500 plus 200 is 700. Now I'm actually going to break it apart to add. 467 is 400 plus 60 plus 7. And then 208 is 200 plus 0 plus 8. Now I'm going to add them going straight down. 7 plus 8 is 15. 60 plus 0 is 60. And 400 plus 200 is 600. Now I just have to put together 600 plus 60 plus 16. So 600 plus 60 is 660. Okay, now I'm going to send a 10 over there. So that would be 7 tens and then 5 ones. If you can't see that quite easily, just do 660 plus 15 is 670. 675. Whoops. Okay, let's do some more. Okay, so it just needs you watching. I'm going to try to do more showing and less talking because I know my voice is annoying. It's annoying me. So just watch. Okay, you're not going to hear me talking as much. Use the break apart strategy to find 343 plus 259. So we've got 343, 300. What's that? And 259 is 50 and 9. Now we're going to add straight down. 9 plus 3 is 12. 40 plus 50 is 90. 300 plus 200 is 500. I'm going to put it all together. 500 plus 90 is 590. Now, if you need to write this down on a piece of paper, you can. Because I have to add 12 to it. Make sure you line up your tens and ones. 10 or more, send them next door. So it's 602. Oh, I should have rounded these, right? This was 300 and this would be 300, so it would be about 600. Okay, it says explain why there is a 0 in the tens place in the sum. There's not, because I changed the number, so there is not. Now, there is a 1 in the tens place. Do you know why there's a 1 in the tens place? Because 3 plus 9 is 12. Now, we would send that 10 over because of the magic of 10, right? And then I would have 10 here, so then I had to send the 10 over. That's why I ended up with 602. Okay, how do we know the answer is reasonable? The estimate is close to the sum. And you can pause this at any time so that you can have time to write these down. All right. So let's look at number 1. Now, this one you need to be writing it with me. All right, so they've showed you the estimate. 425 estimates to 400. 362, since it has a 6 in the tens place, we would round that to 400. So 800. Okay, now we just have to fill in the missing numbers. 425 is 400 plus 20 plus 5. 362 is, now what's that 3 worth? 300 plus 60 plus 2. Now we add them straight down. 5 plus 2 is 7. 20 plus 60 is 80. 70 plus 80 plus 7 is 787. Let me check that with real math. 5 plus 2 is 7. 6 plus 2 is 8. Okay, so yeah, I got the same sum. Oh, now look at the next one. They think that they're going to trick you. They are not going to trick you. We don't have the add-ins. We don't need them. This tells me the hundreds place. This tells me the tens. This tells me the ones. So I need a 1 in the hundreds place. I need a 3 in the tens place. And I need a 4 in the ones place. I'm just working backwards. 100 plus 30 plus 4 is 134. So what is 200 plus 40 plus 9? 249. Okay, and they added them going straight down, so now we're going to add them going across. 300 plus 70 is 370 plus 13. Okay, the magic of 10, I'm going to send my 10 over to the 10, so I have 8 tens and 3 ones. So 383. Now let me check it with real math. 9 plus 4 is 13. 10 or more, send them next door. 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 1 is 8. Okay. Don't you think this is kind of fun? I do. Okay, here we go. We need to estimate. So 142. 100 has a 4 in the tens place. 4 or less, let it rest. So this estimates to 100. I'm going to write this out here. And then 436, there's a 4 in the tens place. 4 or less, let it rest. And this rounds to 400. What's 100 plus 400? 500. Now I'm going to use the break apart strategy. What's 142 in expanded form? 100 plus 40 plus 2. Now I'm going to break apart 436. 400 plus 30 plus 6. Now I'm going to add going straight down. Pause the video at any time if you need to catch up. 2 plus 6 is 8. 30 plus 40 is 70. 100 plus 200 is 500. Okay, so now we're going to add them all together. 500 plus 70 plus 8 equals 578. So I'm going to add it the real way and just check. 6 plus 2 is 8. 4 plus 3 is 7. Yeah, I got it. Let's look at number 4. So I'm going to estimate 459 rounds to 500. 213 rounds to 200. 500 plus 200 is 700. Okay, now I want you to tell me what to do. Now I'm going to check it. 9 plus 3 is 12. 10 or more, send them next door. 5, 6, 7. Uh-oh, I messed up, didn't I? Oh, yeah, because 0 plus 2 is 2. Did you catch that? I didn't catch that. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this rounds to 300, 400. Okay, 200 plus 90 plus 1, 400 plus 20 plus 0. Oh, hey, look at this. We've got 600 plus 110 is 710 plus 1 is 711. Now I'm going to check with real math and see if I get that. 1 plus 0 is 1. 9 plus 2 is 11. 10 or more, send them next door. All right, I got it. Estimate first. This has a 5 in the tens place. 5 or more, add 1 more. Rounds to 700. This has a 4 in the tens place. 4 less, let it rest. Okay, so 900. I'm going to write it in expanded form. 50 plus 4. What is this in expanded form? 200 plus 40 plus 3. Okay, so I have 800 plus 90 plus 7. So I'm going to take my 800s, my 9 tens, and my 7 ones. I'm going to add the old-fashioned way and see if I get the same answer. 4 plus 3 is 7. 5 plus 4 is 9. 897. Okay, so I want you to pause the video, work these on your own. Substitute. You may want to walk around the room and make sure everybody's working. And then come back and we're going to work this second part together. Okay, we're back. So I have 163 plus 205. So we're just estimating. So we've got, you can work it above or below. I'm going to work it below. This rounds to 200 plus 200 equals 400. They didn't give you much space to write that, did they? Okay, this rounds to 500 plus 200 equals 700. Sorry, my mom's calling me. 213 rounds to 200. 328 rounds to 300. 200 plus 300 is 500. Okay, do this one on your own. Pause the video. That's 400. Just a minute. I'm recording a lesson.
Hey, Teresa, I'm coming through then. Okay, bye.
We have to make sure Nanny stays away from me so she doesn't get sick. And that's 400. So she has to call me, and I have to make sure I don't leave the office. But I got my mind on my math, on my mind. All right, so this has a 5 in the tens place. So 5 or more, add 1 more. This rounds to 200. This is 300. That equals 500. This has a 6 in the tens place. 5 or more, add 1 more. This rounds to 300. This rounds to 400. Excuse me. 400 plus 300 equals 700. You see how this is working? This is easy, right? 500 plus 300 equals 800. Okay, I'm going to do one word problem with you, and then I'm going to let you get to work on it. Okay, so we have a chart here with some schools and the number of students at those schools. And it wants to know which 2 schools together have fewer than 600 students. Explain. Well, just looking at the numbers, if I estimate, Harrison's number of students would estimate to 300, and Montgomery's would estimate to 300, right? And so that would be about 600. Now, I know I can't add in Bryant, right? Because Bryant would give me more. Because if I did Harrison and Bryant, this is 400s plus 300s. That would be 700. So that wouldn't work. But maybe I could do these 2. What about 400s plus 200s? Let's break it down. 200 plus 90 plus 0. Okay, I'm breaking that apart. Now I'm going to try to see if Bryant will work. 400 plus 20 plus 1. That's 1. That's 110. Oh, yeah, no, that won't work because we have 600 plus 110. So, nope. So when I estimated and said Harrison and Montgomery schools do, I was right. Do you understand why? I really just picked the 2 smallest numbers and decided to estimate them. And it turned out to be right. Have less than 600. Do they actually have less than 600? Let me add them up and see. I'm not finished with my explanation yet. So we have 304 plus 290. That's 4. That's 9. Yep, they do. And then explain how I got my answer. I estimated their numbers. Okay, so your assignment is in Seesaw. May the force be with you.